Because the environment would have been different. The people that we would have been around would have been different. The information that would have been given would have been different. And the experiences would have been different. So right now, if you're experiencing lack, if you're experiencing things that you don't want in your life right now, I'm telling you, it's probably because of the environment that you're in, the people that you surrounded yourself with, the information that you downloaded, and the experiences. You've only experienced lack. See, I had to experience a home like this before I could believe I could have a home like this. I had to experience driving a Rolls Royce before I could drive a Rolls Royce. I had to experience taking trips. How did I experience it? Watching it on YouTube, having pictures of where it is that I wanted to go. Okay? Listen, if you get that, if you just get that right there, it's completely over. You say, well, David, how long does it take? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long does it take. It's going to take as long as it needs to take for it to happen, for that belief to be sunk down inside of you to where you would die for that belief. Okay? And how do you fortify this belief? These beliefs are fortified through three elements. They're fortified through words that you're listening to, and this is also talking about words that you speak, because whatever words you speak, you hear, and whatever words are being spoken to you or around you. Okay, the images, right? If I grew up in China, the images that are, if those parents were Buddhists, I would see an image of Buddha everywhere, right? So my beliefs should be geared towards that. And it's not about right or wrong. Don't understand. I'm just showing you how beliefs are created. The images have been different. If you were Catholic, guess what? You probably grew up with Mary in your house. You probably grew up speaking the Mary, Mother of God prayer, right? It was all just given to you. It was information that was given to you, your experiences. You had experience going to the Mass, right? I experienced going different. My beliefs were created by the experiences that I had. It's the same thing with you becoming a millionaire. It's the same thing with you becoming a successful trader. It's the same thing with you becoming a chairman. Okay? Light begets light. You got to surround yourself with the people that are winning. Okay? You got to study the people that are winning. You got to acknowledge the people that are winning. You got to celebrate the people that are winning. That's why I find it very odd. I find it very odd, not for me, but for you, if you're watching someone else succeed and you don't reach out to them. And you don't find out what it is that they're doing. You don't seek to celebrate that person. That just boggles me, because I understand if you don't do that, you're repelling what it is that you want in your life. Okay? So you got to experience this, guys. So words is how you really fortify it. The images, what you're looking at. So David, why do you still do this? Why do you still have signs? You know, I have the sign. It's on my fridge. Okay, it's on my kitchen countertops over here. It's on my bedside. It's in my closet. It's in my office. David, why do you still do this? Well, because I'm going to fortify the belief. I understand how beliefs are created. I'm going to fortify it through the images that are around me. Does that make sense? Right? That's why I still do that. Right? And then the emotions. Right? And emotions come by what you experience. Emotions come by what it is that you experience. And I said it on a call the other day. I said it works this way. You know, you see what it is that you don't want, right? So you see darkness, but first thing you do is you speak light, right? And then you see the light. And then you call the light good. That's words, images, and emotions right there. I spoke it first, and then I saw it, and then I called it good. By the way, good is an emotion. That's why it says feel good. So if your business is not where it is that you want it to go, or if your business is not where you want it to be right now, you can speak where it is that you want it, where you want it to go. You can speak where it is that you want it to go. So let's say my business is where it is that I want it to go. So yeah, business is growing right now, but I want it to double. I want it to triple. I'm not going to speak about what it is that's going on right now. I'm grateful for what's going on right now, but I'm going to speak about where it is that we're going. That's why I said I start the call with, hey, we're going to 1 million customers. Yeah, we're about 20% there right now. Thank God. We're rocking and rolling. But hey, look, we got 80% to go. Look how much more. Look how many more chairmen are going to be broken. Look at how many more platinums. Look at how many more 6-figure traders and 7-figure traders are going to come about, because we're looking ahead. We're grateful for what we have right now, but we're looking ahead and saying, hey, how can we get better? What can we do? What were we doing right to create this growth so we can go and create even more growth? Okay, that's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. You got to feel good. If I can tell you this right now, if you're not feeling good right now, your business is probably not feeling good. Right? We said, David, how do I just feel good? How do I just go about feeling good? Hey, you got to change what you're speaking, change what you're listening to, change what it is that you're seeing. Okay? Change what it is that you're visualizing. Okay? And do it over and over and over and over again. So I tell people, go and dream build. So I tell people, continue to read the right books, continue to listen to the right tapes to fortify the belief system that, yes, you are a millionaire. Okay? That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Belief is critical. No one ever gets to the top without this element here. And I just showed you how to create it. I just showed you exactly how to do it. Okay? If I want to see this in the chat. If you understand what I just said, put some sevens in the chat. I want to make sure you get everything I just shared with you right there. You understand it. Your religious beliefs. I'm sure a lot of you have religious beliefs. I just showed you how you got it. That's how you got it. Well, it's the same way you're going to get the 7 figures. Same way you're going to get the 8 figures. Same way you're going to get to billionaire status. Same exact way. Same exact way. Y'all get that? All right. So, belief is number one thing I want to talk about. And then I said we're going to talk about leadership. Okay? We'll talk about leadership. Leadership is part of, it's essential to you sustaining growth. Okay? And when I was about a year ago, I actually created an acronym for leader. Over a year ago, I taught it. I think the first time I taught it was here in the house, but then I taught it in person over in Trinidad at the boot camp with Gary and Jerry Clark. And I'm going to give you the acronym for leader, but I'm going to give you the acronym for leadership. Okay? And I want you to look at your leadership as a ship, okay? A ship filled with leaders right now, and you're the only leader on there, okay? Then that's not really leadership. You're just a leader on a ship. All right? Leadership is I've got people that are on the ship with me, and the ship is taking us to a particular destination. Okay? All right, so I'm going to give you some stuff here on leadership. I'm going to give you some stuff as far as what are some of the things that you can be doing right now to really grow your business and really have it thrive and really succeed. Irregardless of what's going on in the world right now, you still have an opportunity to do some great things with this opportunity. So leadership, the L stands for love. Okay, the L stands for love. So this love here, you know, it's really more so about treating other people the way you want to be treated. Treating other people the way that you want to be treated. Okay? This is critical. All right? One thing I don't tolerate is someone treating me the way that I wouldn't treat them. If I have a relationship with that person, okay, which I'm going to get to that when it comes to leadership, then I've got to treat them the same way that I would want them to treat me. I can tell you right now, there would be a lot of breakdown in this company. We wouldn't be having the type of success that we're having right now. You wouldn't be having the type of success that you're having right now if love was not a part of what it is that you're doing. Yes, it's business, but trust me, you can't remove the emotion of love. That to me is the equivalent of removing God out of your business if love is not in there. Okay? Love has to be a part of it. You got to treat people, treat your leaders the way you want to be treated. Okay? Maybe even take it one step further and treat them better. Treat them better than how you would want to be treated. Okay? People ask, oh man, what's this group doing? What's this group? What's Bryce? I get that question a lot. What's Bryce and their group doing? And I tell them, yeah, there's some physical things that they're doing that's allowing them to have the type of growth that has never been done in this industry of network marketing. Never been done, never heard of it. I don't care what nobody says, it's never happened. What they're doing is just out of this world. Now, it doesn't mean that it can't be done by other organizations, but here's what I will tell you. The unity and the love within their organization is unprecedented. I haven't seen it before. And it's genuine. It's not lip service. It's really genuine. They're really brothers and sisters. There's a love and there's a unity there. Okay? Now, does it mean that they're perfect? No. Does it mean that they don't have conflicts? No. Sure they do. Okay? But the love is the center of everything that they're doing. It's the center of really everything that's going on right now in this company. Okay? I know Jason has a deep love for Christopher Terry. I know that their connection is strong because of that love that they have. Okay? And if there's a breakdown in that, then yes, the company has a challenge. And I'm going to get to why that is so critical. As a leader, you have to understand that. You have to understand that. Next is E, expectation. Another word for expectation is, as a leader, you got to be able to set the vision. Right now, you should be planning for the month of May. You should be setting the expectation right now for the month of May. What's going to happen in May in your organization? And if you don't have a group right now, first you got to lead you. What's your expectation to close out this month? What's your expectation for the month of May? Are you going to finish off this month at Platinum 1000? You're going to set an expectation. They have a vision for their organization. They have a vision for themselves, and they have it written down, and they see it. They speak it all the time. They're setting the expectation. 1,000 chairmen, 1,000 chairmen. That's why we celebrate it. That's why we do it at conventions. Okay? That's why I have the signs in my house right now for 1,000 chairmen in the company. I know that will lead us to being $1 billion corporation. So you got to set the expectations. What are your expectations? Talking with Zane earlier today, I said, hey, let's set the expectation for what's going to happen in the month of May. What's going to happen for the group? Whatever happens for the group, happens for the leader. Group does well, leader does well. Group doesn't do well, leader doesn't do well. That's how it works. So you've got to set the expectation and galvanize other people to now take what? Action. So we got love, we got the unity, we've got camaraderie, we got harmony. Not that we don't have conflicts, not that we don't have knockdown, drag outs. We're going to have that. But there's a love that's still there. Then we've got the expectation. Here's what the vision is. The only thing that supersedes the vision is love. After that, the vision comes next. All this other nonsense, all this catty stuff, all that's got to be moved out of the way. You deal with those conflicts, you move on this month. Is it 20 Platinum 1000s this month? Is it 100 Platinum 1000s this month? Is it 10 chairmen that we're breaking this month? Whatever it is, you set the expectation for the group. The group knows it. What are the actions? You got to take action. Massive, massive, massive action. Leaders are always in action mode. Leaders are always in action mode. Okay? All right? They're always in activity mode. All right? Now, what are the right activities in order to build this business? Recruiting, retaining, okay? Recruiting, retaining, replicating. Write that down. Recruiting, retaining, replicating. Recruiting. I got 2 words for you when it comes to recruiting. Social media. 2 words, social media. If you're not utilizing social media right now to build your business, to grow your business, to expose your business, you're completely antiquated from network marketing. You're almost extinct. Now, with me telling you that, this does not mean you show cash on social media. This does not mean you show your MetaTrader 4 on social media. You know what I'm talking about? Those blue Smurfs, don't show that. You can't show that on social media. Flashy cars and, driving and, if you now show the door of the car and let the car be yours. If you're going to show a car, let it be yours, please. Right? If it's not yours, don't. My generation, we call that fronting. I think the new generation calls it capping. Okay? Utilize social media to build your business. Talking about what it is that we offer, the education that we offer. Talk about the fact that people are succeeding utilizing the education. You can even show the charts. Show the graph on the chart. Like a little picture with you holding the graph and say, hey, we got the #1 skill in the world right now. If you want to learn about it, DM me. What if there was a way? What if there was a skill that you could learn that would show you how to grow in the world of finance today? Okay? Going live, recruiting. Guys, exposure. Exposure is everything. Back in my day, if I was going to expose 10 people, I had to leave my apartment. I had to leave my dad's house and go and physically meet 10 people. Don't have to do that today. You do it right from your phone. You can meet 10 people right from your phone. Okay? Utilize the direct messaging. Okay? Everything doesn't have to be said on your post. Put something out there that's catchy, that will get people's attention, that's still compliant. Okay? That's still compliant. And when you see who likes it, who comments on it, send them a direct message. Hey, hey, listen, I don't know what's going on right now. Are you open to earning some additional income right now? Okay. Whatever it is you want to say to them, say it to get their attention. There's so many different phrases you can use out there. Okay. But social media, I can tell you right now, when I look across the board in this industry, social media is dominating, and it's creating massive success. Massive success. Success like we've never seen before. Okay? So recruiting, prospecting, exposing the business, presentations, Zoom, 4 letters. You want to go, Chairman? I got 4 letters for you. ZOOM. Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. How many Zoom presentations are you doing? How many Zoom presentations are you doing per day? Okay. How many Zoom presentations are going on in your organization? I'm going to get to that when it comes to still talking about the activities. Are you guys feeling that this is not really that hard? It's not hard. I'm not saying that this is easy, right? But it is simple. But you got to see, like, I have a piece about what I believe. I've got a piece about what it is that I believe. Because my environment, my conditions, my surroundings, they're set. They're set for where it is that I'm going. The information, the people that I'm around, it's set. And the information that I download, the information I allow into my spirit, is set. It's only flowing in the direction that I want to go. And I only experience great things. I only experience the things that I want for myself. So I'm not in a rush. I'm not like, oh man, is this really going to happen? I don't know if it's going to happen, or no, or if somebody else wins, I'm worried about if they win or if that person wins. No. Okay. See, the sun shines right now here, but somewhere else around the world, the moon is up. Right? And then they're going to get the sun and the moon is going to be up over here. That's how the world works. Everybody doesn't have the sun at the same time. It's not darkness for everybody at the same time. So you got to have a peace about this, about what it is that you're doing. Okay? So you're recruiting, prospecting, presenting, okay? Piquing people's interest, utilizing social media, whether it's going live or your stories or your posting. And it's not just you doing it, you and your entire group. Staying compliant, though. Staying compliant, because we're not playing when it comes to compliance. People are getting suspended. People are getting fined. Yes, they have to, because we have to protect the company. Right? And you can't entice people. You can't falsely entice them and say, hey, look, I live in this house or I drive this car. So if you join this company, then yeah, you can drive this car too. Hogwash. That's not true. There are a lot of people that join this company that don't succeed. There are a lot of people that do join the company that do succeed. And it had nothing to do with your car. Had nothing to do with whatever. Had to do with that person's work, belief, to go out there and make the thing happen. Okay? Retaining people into the business has a lot to do with the culture that you have in your business. Making sure they're utilizing the services that we have. Making sure they're plugged into the academy. And most of all, you ready for this? Get them into personal self-development. Get them into personal self-development. I can't stress that enough. The groups that have people listening to the right audios and reading the right books will have a much greater retention than the groups that don't. Yes, we want them utilizing the services. Yes, we want to help them make money right away. But I can tell you this right now, when it comes to leadership, your retention, the most important retention, is developing their minds. My security in my business has nothing to do with how great the service is. The service is great. It has nothing to do with how great the compensation plan is. The compensation plan is great. It has everything to do with the personal self-development of the leaders. Because if you earn a certain amount of income and you're not at that level mentally, if you're not growing yourself to that level mentally, it will come back down. It will. But it's the same way you grow your belief. You grow the environment that you're in. You grow the expectation. You grow the information that you listen to. You grow with the people that you're around. You grow the type of experiences that you give yourself. Okay? So retention, making sure people are utilizing the services, plugging them into your system, plugging them into your culture that you have. Okay? But the key is the personal growth, the personal self-development. Very, very critical. Replicating, okay? Replicating other leaders. If you retain people, you'll have the time to replicate yourself. See, you know, when I look at someone when someone says I'm a mentor or I mentored this person, I can look at the person that they're saying they mentor. I can look at that person and I can tell if that person really mentored them. I'm going to see you, the mentor. I'm going to see them and you. I'm going to see who they are, right? I'm going to see you and them. Then hopefully I said that right. Okay? Replicating yourself is having your characteristics, the attributes, and I can tell whose leaders are who. I can tell who's being mentored by who in the company. I can tell. I can look and okay, they're mentored by this person. I can tell because I can see that person and that person. Replicating will give you long-term, allow you to sustain success. Okay? I hope you're writing this down. I'm giving you 16 years of experience. You know, hopefully it's helping. Okay? Hopefully it's helping. So these are the 3 R's right here: recruiting, retaining, and replicating. All right? Some of the actions that you want to take as far as building the business, understanding the 3 laws of building. All right? Every person that comes into your business, first law, they're not really in the business until they got their 2 customers. So a recruiter is not a recruiter until they got their 2. Or in this case, a customer is not a customer until they got their 2. Second law, a leg is not a leg until it's driven 4 levels deep. Okay, until it's 4 levels deep. So I'll give you a real life example here. All right, I started the business. Okay, sponsored Dr. Spiller. He's a stud. Fortunate, your first level is a stud. A lot of times it doesn't happen. Okay, he's a stud. Made millions of dollars in this business. Okay, then you got he sponsored David Ned, who's a pastor here in Houston. He did the business for a little while. I don't think he's in the business any longer. I'm not sure. Okay. Then I had 𝐷𝐿 and Keanu Woods, stud, superstar. But I had them come to my home, film a presentation. They didn't want to do the business. I didn't talk to them about doing the business. I just said, hey, I need you to just come film. He filmed. He went and edited the video. And while he was editing it and he was hearing my voice over and over and over again, I guess my voice may have some power, but guess what? It's part of my affirmation. My voice is part of my affirmation. How my voice sounds to people is part of my affirmation. I wanted a voice that was pleasing to the world. But he kept hearing the presentation over and over and over again. He told his wife, hey, I think we need to do this. She said, no, I'm not doing it. He said, nah, I think we need to do this. And he got involved. All right. Then he sponsored the Bryce brothers. That's what I'm going to call them, the Bryce brothers. 4 levels. I'll never forget the first time I met Brandon. We were at Cheesecake Factory here in Houston. I think he was maybe a platinum 150 or platinum 600. They were sitting at Cheesecake Factory and they were telling me, oh, we're going to take this into all the colleges. And I said, oh, really? Okay, good. Go right ahead. Because I didn't believe in building with young people. Nope. I never did that before. I was young before. But they went, they proved me wrong. They went out there and they built a generational organization filled with young, 22, 23, 24-year-olds that are making incredible amount of income. 4 or 5 levels deep. Okay? And you can see it all throughout the organization. 4 or 5 levels deep, you're going to find a star. So every time you sponsor someone, make sure they get there too. Make sure you drive it at least 4 levels deep. The third law is taking it 8 levels deep. You take a leg 8 levels deep, it will produce business for you for the rest of your life. All this is in action. Okay? I don't even think I'm gonna have enough time to finish this call. All right. Maybe next time I'm on the call, I'll finish it. But you got to take all this action here. Take it 8 levels deep. You're responsible to take it 8 levels deep. If you want that tree, you plan on seeing that tree starts to grow. You want that tree to be deeply rooted. So when the wind comes, because the wind will come, because you built this so down in depth and you got leaders down in depth, when the wind comes, it may waver a little bit, but it won't topple over. It won't break because it's deeply rooted. It's kind of like that story that I heard a long time ago about the oak tree, right? It was one time, it was a big old oak tree, and an acorn fell off, and a new oak tree started to grow, and the little oak tree was talking to the big oak tree and was like, hey, I'm grown. I'm about to be a big old oak tree like you. And the oak tree said, no, you're not an oak tree yet. And then the small oak tree kept growing. And one day it was the same size as the big oak tree. And the younger oak tree was telling the big oak tree, you see, I'm oak tree now. My limbs are as big as yours. My branches are as big as yours. My trunk is as big as yours. And the old oak tree said, no, you're not oak tree yet. You're not oak tree yet. And as time went on, there was a big storm that came in, right? And it was a huge storm. I mean, wind and rain and thunder and all this stuff. And the old oak tree bent under the weight of the storm. But when the storm was over, he straightened himself out, shook his leaves, right? The little young oak tree, guess what? He bent under the weight of the storm as well. But when the storm was over, he straightened himself out, shook his leaves. And then the old oak tree looked at the young oak tree and said, hey, now you're oak tree. Now you're oak tree. You're going to have a long sustaining business if you drive it down in depth. So those P1000s are the most important people in your business right now. The P600s are the most important people in your business right now. Not the chairmen. We love the chairmen. But the P600s, the P1000s, those of you that are on the call that are going chairman, you're the most important people in this business right now. You're the ones that we're spending time with. You're the ones that we're doing conference calls with. You're the ones that we're doing three-way calls with. You're the ones that we're doing Zoom presentations with. We're the ones that once you're reading these books like Hung by the Tongue and Conceive, Believe, and Achieve, and Science of Getting Rich, and you're the ones that we want watching the Bob Proctor trainings. Why? Because we got to develop your mind so you can now become a chairman. Because we can't stop at the amount of chairmen that we have right now. We can't stop at the amount of chairman 25s that we have right now, or 50s, or 100s, or 250s, or 500. Bryce has proven once and for all that you can go chairman 500. If you didn't believe it when Jason and Matt did it, you said, oh, well, everybody's below them. So, they can do it. They're partnership. That's why they did it. Everybody's below them. They can do it. Okay, that was your excuse for them. Fine. David. Oh, David, he had years of experience. Oh, he made millions of dollars before in the last company, and when he joined, everybody just wanted to follow him. Good, fine. Roll with that excuse. What excuse you got for Bryce? I'll wait. I'll wait. Oh, he's young. That was a disadvantage in network marketing at one point. Turning it into an advantage. No excuse. You got no excuse, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, you got to go down in depth. Okay? Go down in depth. That's where you get the long, sustaining growth in your business if you keep doing what you did in order to create the growth in the first place. Okay? Those 3 laws of building, critical to your success. All right? Actions. Leaders take action. 3 vital signs. How many people in your group are showing the plan every single day? Okay? The tools. The number 1 tool you want to be using right now to build your business, social media. It's a way of exposing your business. How many people are utilizing that tool? Back in the day, the tools were audios, magazines. Those were the tools back in the day when I was coming up. Today, it's Facebook groups, Facebook Live, IG Live, IG Story, IG Posts. Those are the tools today. Network marketing's changed. Stay compliant. Don't get yourself suspended. Because our compliant lady, she ain't playing. Okay? Even I got called out on a small Ferrari logo. All right? So those are and the third is how many people are promoting for events. This was an event. These calls that happen every Sunday is an event. For the foreseeable future, with everything that's going on around the world, our events are going to be on Zoom. How many people do you have on there? And boy, I can't wait for us to celebrate again together. Hopefully, maybe, prayerfully, it could be September. If it's not, we'll move it to January. Whenever it is, you'll be there. But guess what? You'll be there as a chairman. You'll be there as a chairman because you're taking the information that you're learning right now and you're applying it into your business. Okay? Let me see if I can run through this acronym. I've got a couple minutes here. I'll probably go a little bit over because of the time that we lost here. So those are the actions there. All right. Then we got discipline. So we got love, we got expectation, we got action, we got discipline, we got determination, we got drive. That's the D. Okay. We got experience. Nothing beats out experience. All right. Once you've created a culture of love and unity and whatnot, and you got the expectation and you got the actions and you got the discipline, now I promise you, you're going to to have some experience. All right? And then you're going to have the results. But you have those long-term results because of the relationships. And that's the R, the results, the relationships that you have with your leaders. Okay? Leaders have incredible skill, people skills, communication skills. Okay? That's the S. All right? So I'm giving you the ship right now. Ladder to the top is humility. Humility is not a personality trait. It's recognizing you don't have something. It's amazing. I meet people that are at a certain level and they're so humble. Man, David, I want to learn from you. David, teach me. Oh man, anything you need. And then boom, they start to make some money and it's, hey man, I've arrived. I know what to do. I'm the man. Okay, cool. No problem. Have at it. Maintain that same level of humility. One person I could say, without a shadow of a doubt, Alex Morton. And he makes the most money than anybody else. But from day one, the person he was when I met him, October 2016 in person, he's the same person today. Hadn't changed. Millions of dollars later, same person. Same person. Okay? That's why he continues to go. Humility. Remember that. Okay? Inspire. Leaders are able to inspire. Leaders are able to inspire. Leadership. Able to inspire other people, able to inspire them to be greater. And then last but not least, passion. I'll add something to that, compassion. Okay? Leaders are passionate and they're extremely compassionate, guys. All right? So that's leadership. If we're going to sustain the growth that we're having right now, take the information that we talked about and let's go out there and let's make this thing happen. If you got it, if you are ready, I'm going to have